Welcome back and Merry Christmas. This is our Christmas special. We're testing out our travel mics.
Yes, this is going to be exciting.
It's very exciting. They're very
Who's
cute.
excited for airport interviews?
We are. I don't know if anybody else is, but we are. All right, let's start out with some Christmas top 3.
Ooh.
Not top 5 because that's too much.
Yeah, well, I can't think of 5 foods that I like that much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love all foods equally, so it was a hard decision.
Like way more than 5 foods. Can't rank them. So we'll do Christmas movies, traditions, and food. So starting off, what are your top 3 Christmas movies?
I don't know if this is any particular order, just top 3.
Okay.
Home Alone, the first one. Love that movie. And then Christmas with the Cranks is also really good. And oh my gosh, why did I draw a blank? Elf. I don't know why. I just love the
classics.
movie Elf.
Classics. Mine are very similar. My top one is Christmas with the Cranks.
I love Christmas.
It's so funny. I enjoy it so much. One that I didn't expect to like so much, but is actually pretty good, is The Princess Switch.
No,
have you seen that? It's kind of like a Hallmark type movie, but it's pretty cute, actually.
Oh, interesting.
You should watch it. And then I consider Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe a Christmas movie because there's a lot of snow in that movie, okay? And Father Christmas is in it. So
I don't remember that. It's been so long since I've seen
That's
Narnia.
A disgrace.
I know, I'm so sorry.
I knew
you would be disappointed with me.
It's okay.
What are your top 3 favorite Christmas traditions?
I love making gingerbread cookies with my family. And we like to frost them and decorate them very intricately. So we get out like our pairs of tweezers and we place the individual sprinkles onto the cookies.
Oh, what kind of frosting do you use?
We do a buttercream frosting, and so we flavor one with peppermint, one with almond, and then one is just the plain buttercream.
You should try the new frosting that I've been using, Royal, and you can flavor it too the same way.
Maybe.
And it's easier to decorate. You could win. I don't know if it's a competition.
Win what?
I don't know if you guys are having a competition, but
we should.
You
if my family is listening, let's have a competition.
And you could be like, I learned this from Beth.
No, actually, I'll just let them make buttercream. I'll make your frosting, and then
see which is easiest.
Yeah. There we go.
Random. So sorry.
That's okay. I love stockings. I think they're so fun. I like all the little presents inside.
Oh yeah, stockings are fun.
Yes. I love staying in my pajamas late into the morning. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we'll do this year, but we have in the past made cinnamon rolls on Christmas. Have you ever made a cinnamon roll?
On Christmas? I've made thousands of cinnamon rolls. I actually make mine ahead of time so I don't have to make them Christmas morning.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, you could do that too. You want to take on my
so many good
traditions.
Ideas. Yeah.
When you get kids, you have to have easy ways to do things.
What are your top 3 Christmas traditions?
I didn't think about this, but and I didn't put it on my list, but I love doing nothing all day. There's no plans. Love that, but that's not part of my top 3. My top 3, I love Christmas Eve. I love Christmas Eve service at any church. One of my favorite memories as a kid is going to midnight mass as a Catholic. Loved that. I don't know why. Maybe it's
the
just
candles.
Because, and it's so special, and I just love the anticipation of the birth of Jesus. I don't know why. I just love it. Thinking about it. It's so funny because I don't, your birthday Eve.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, I really enjoy growing up as a kid. We would travel to Texas, and we when you were old enough, you got initiated into the family. You got to wrap presents with the adults.
Whoa.
Well, which was mainly my grandma, and then we would just all the kids had to go hide, and we would just turn the living room into this big wrapping party. So that was always fun. So now that's what Braun and I do, except for
I got a very different visual for big wrapping party.
Oh gosh.
You're just out there spitting bars in the living room. Only adults, though.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. We would also get to drink strawberry daiquiris when we did that.
Whoa.
Which is a bad idea when you're a child.
Is that alcoholic?
Yeah.
Beth, you can't admit your child alcoholism on the podcast.
And then somebody would always get the stomach bug no matter what. And the kids would sleep in the RV outside, and somebody, I think it might have been me or my brother, vomited strawberry daiquiri all over the RV.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it happened.
Oh, Christmas memories.
We also, as our family, like immediate family, me and my boys, we started a tradition a couple years ago where we do dinner fit for a king.
Oh,
So we set up the table real fancy and use like gold silverware and plates and
wow.
stuff like that, and we make prime rib and like a really fancy dinner. That's also my favorite.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, that's my favorite
That
Christmas
sounds so fun.
tradition. It is so fun. We even have crowns
Oh,
like that you can put
what
on
day do you do this? Christmas Day, Christmas Eve?
Christmas Day.
That's so
Yeah,
fun.
it is so fun.
Wow.
It's because for a long time it was just us,
Yeah.
and we were like, we can make our own traditions now, and so we did, and we were like, we're gonna do this.
Oh.
Super fun. Anyways,
Okay, what are your top 3 Christmas foods?
oh, there were so many options, but I do love prime rib on Christmas. Mashed potatoes that go with prime rib, and I love mashed potatoes any day, not just on
Yeah.
Christmas. And chewy gingerbread cookies. I do
Yes.
not like a crunchy
Agreed.
gingerbread.
We don't want our ginger snapping, okay?
No.
We want it chewy and delectable. Yeah.
Soft, chewy, non-crunchy gingerbread.
Do you frost them?
Depending.
Depends.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
they're good with or without.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll have to bring you some of our
Please,
decorated,
because then I
like
want to make
beautifully
a single
flavored.
cookie again in the next week.
Great.
So can you make those for me?
Okay, just tell us how many cookies you have made in the past week.
This week I have made 375-ish cookies.
And that is the Christmas season in the life of a
Yeah.
bakery owner.
Yeah, much
That's
more than
crazy.
last year, which is it's fine, it's great. I'm super thankful, but oh my gosh,
That's a
holy
lot of
cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, okay, what are your top 3 favorite foods? Christmas foods, sorry.
Christmas foods. Growing up, we always ate lasagna on Christmas Day.
I'm like, are we doing Christmas foods or regular foods?
Top 3 foods in general.
Lasagna.
I mean, lasagna is pretty good. It's just
That's
hard to make.
why do you think you eat lasagna on Christmas?
It was because this is like my dad's side of the family that we would always go to their house on Christmas
Mm.
Eve, not Christmas Day. And then we'd spend Christmas Day with my mom's side. So I think we just figured like it's easy. You just get a frozen lasagna and put it in the oven.
Oh,
Like we don't need
frozen. You don't even
more.
make it.
Oh no. Costco
Oh.
exclusively. We don't need
Costco
another
be
thing to
sponsoring
cook.
Kelsey's Christmas for years.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's just one less detail to think about. We just make a
Oh.
frozen lasagna, some salad, some Martinelli's.
That's so genius. Why am I doing prime rib and mashed
Why
potatoes?
are you doing prime rib when you could be making a frozen Costco lasagna? Please drive the hour and a half to Costco and get one of those. Anyway, I love eggnog.
Ew.
This is a controversial opinion, but I think it's wonderful.
You and Braun can hang out and drink your eggnog together.
Yes, exactly. I
Alcohol.
love it. My third favorite Christmas food is our friend Tegan makes the most amazing peppermint patties. Dark chocolate, fresh peppermint. I don't know how she makes them so good, but
Interesting.
I save those all year in the freezer.
I'm not sure that I like the combination of chocolate and mint.
I think that is terrible.
Well, maybe I need to try Tegan's peppermint patties.
I think you do.
And maybe my life will be changed.
Your life will be changed.
Oh, good.
100%.
Interesting.
But since the show is called How Did We Get Here, we thought we would reflect on how did we get to the point we are in our lives since last Christmas.
Cool.
And even some of like the how did we get here themes of the Christmas story itself.
Okay.
So here's a question for you, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
What did God do in your life since last Christmas that makes this year's celebration different?
You know, sometimes I don't think about like how different the things are, so I don't ever like until I'm prompted to think about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, things are so different. I think last Christmas was more stressful than this Christmas, and I don't know whether it be like financial or what, because I wasn't doing much last Christmas. But yeah, I feel like a lot has changed. Like I was anticipating, starting our food trailer and running the bakery full time, and so that just seemed like a lot of stress. And now it's happened, and like this was all in the mix of like all the holidays and everything last year, and now I'm in like full swing of it. Like we're doing it.
It's a real business.
Yeah. And so that's fun. And then like I've been thinking a lot about how this could be Ethan's last Christmas at home or whatever. I mean, I'm sure he'll always come back for Christmas, but anyway, so that's a little bit different. Like having an 18-year-old is a lot different. And as the kids get older, Christmas is like getting interesting. Like it's not like they're not like they're number one, they're harder to buy presents for, and I don't like to make Christmas all about presents. But that's what it is. Like and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so difficult. But anyways, it's just like the joy is sometimes like the kids just aren't like as excited. I don't think like
it takes more to impress them at
right. And now I'm like, I can't just buy you like a Paw Patrol car and you'd be so excited. Now they're like, I want a real car.
I want a phone.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with you guys. So the stress level is a lot different this year than it was last year. So that's cool. Yeah. That's all I got.
Nice.
How's your Yep. How's it been for you?
I think last Christmas, first of all, I wasn't home here in Colorado. I was back in California visiting. So my mom and sister and I were talking about this yesterday. Last year felt like more of a vacation because we went to the beach in Coronado for part of Christmas, and that was amazing. And then we were house sitting, so we weren't even in any of our houses. And this year I'm home for Christmas, which is lovely, and they're staying with me, so it just feels very different.
Yeah,
like even location.
Will your roommate be there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So you guys will have a little family Christmas.
We'll have a little family Christmas. Yes. So that feels different. I don't know. I think the more time that goes by, the more I don't know if come to terms is the right word, but the more meaning I see in my own experience and story. Like Christmas was the last holiday I had with my dad.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of heavy, sad, and also really good memories in Christmas. And so I honestly didn't know if I would ever like Christmas again. Oh. So I think last year was like kind of testing out, do I still like Christmas?
Right.
And found out that I do. And I think the reason I love Christmas so much now is that there's been such pain in my life around that holiday, but Christmas is all about hope.
Right.
And it's about God coming to be with us. And the songs that we sing and like the church services and everything is centered around like Jesus came to set things right.
Exactly.
And things will be set right one day, even if they're not completely right now.
Exactly.
And so I think it's cool how both of those happen at the same time. So I think maybe how I've grown since last year, or what God has done, is I'm able to see his goodness and the suffering, and they're not mutually exclusive. Like they can both happen at the same time.
Yeah. Wow, that was a good answer.
Thanks.
I'm like thinking about my lame old answer, and man, that was deep. I like that.
Yeah, you can add something to yours.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you said, like you're gonna have to say it again, something about the suffering.
Yeah, how God's goodness and suffering aren't mutually exclusive, that they happen at the same time.
Yeah. So like I was thinking about last year, and I felt like we were in like pretty big like financial turmoil, I would say. Like not just because of Christmas, but because where we were at in life. Like I wasn't doing anything. So I say. Anyways. But like you're saying, like God's goodness and like suffering can exist at the same time. And like when I look back on it, like I can see all the good things that the Lord was doing, and not like, yeah, I can see that there was suffering there too, but we've grown a lot in that, this year. And I like that actually, that they can coexist.
Yeah. And I think God sometimes, I mean, not that, I don't know, I struggle with this concept sometimes that, where does suffering come from? Is it the devil? Is it the world? Like, does God sometimes allow us to suffer? I still really wrestle with that. But I think when we do suffer, I think he's really faithful to put the suffering next to something that's very hopeful.
Yeah.
And
like Christmas.
It's
it's supposed to be full of so much hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were reading earlier, for like the human version of God to come to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even thinking about the story of Christmas, like the Mary and Joseph story, the Jesus story, like, I mean, a teenage girl pregnant unexpectedly by the Holy Spirit, her fiance is like, what is going on?
Exactly.
They had to wonder what, like, my life is crashing
down.
What
a complicated situation.
Yeah. And especially in that culture, like that was just not smiled upon in any way.
Right, right.
And so for them to end up, you know, not only is she pregnant and about to give birth, but now they're in this other town for a census, like a government issued thing. They're probably like, this is the worst timing.
Yeah.
Would there be any worse time for them to have everybody in the country counted?
Right.
Crazy.
It is such a interesting concept.
And then to give birth in like, I mean, people say a stable, it could have been a cave, you know, like, and now that I've seen Bethlehem a couple times, like
Right.
I can visualize what that would have been like.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing that we would have expected, like nothing that they probably expected.
Yeah.
And I bet they had a lot of questions about what are we doing and how did we get here?
Yeah. I would definitely have a lot of questions. I don't know. It seems so crazy.
Yeah.
uh, it's just, I was also reading earlier about how God uses like those things for good. Like things like that, like 12-year-old pregnant Mary. I think she was like 12 or 13 or something
maybe,
like that.
Yeah. Young.
Which, let's be honest, Beth was also 13. So like I'm like, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, wow, like this was actually like something that was like custom. Like back in the day, like women were pregnant at young ages like that, but also not out of wedlock or anything like that. So
but she was about to be married anyway, so
yeah, exactly. So it's just like, whoa, like wow, like can you imagine a 12 or 13-year-old pregnant today, which
oh my gosh,
which I have been there, but it's just like, oh my gosh, like what a crazy concept.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then to be like, the Lord told me that this was going to happen.
Yeah, an angel showed up to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I told my parents that, they would probably flip out. They'd be like, "You're on crack." Like, but like, did Mary's parents tell her she was on crack? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot that's not said in the scriptures, you know.
Like, what were their reactions?
Yeah,
the parental reactions.
Yeah, it never talks about that.
No,
never mentions that. Only Joseph, who was gonna divorce her quietly and just let it go.
Oh gosh.
And then angel shows up in a dream and is like, no, don't worry, it's from the Lord. Go ahead and get married.
Why does the Lord gives us crazy things sometimes?
Yeah, it's true. But it's interesting to me that it says multiple times in the Bible that that was the perfect timing. Like at the fullness of time, at the right time, Jesus showed up. So why was that the right time?
That's what I want to know.
That is also what I want to know.
Why did he think that was perfect? I don't know.
Right.
Something to contemplate. We will never know until we ask the Lord one day.
Yeah, but we can wonder.
Yeah, that's true. We can make up our own imaginations. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Are you on crack? Okay, so speaking about like the Christmas story and stuff like that, I have been doing a like Christmas devotional, which has been kind of fun, that I was given a few years back. And so there's one that we wanted to share with you guys. This is called The Greatest Gift, and it's by Ann Voskamp, of course. Who else would we read? Just kidding.
We're just gonna have to give her so much credit on this podcast. And if you ever listen, we love your books.
We love your books. Okay, so Kelsey will read an excerpt from The Greatest Gift.
Yes. So this is The Greatest Gift, page 234. God with us. God can't stay away. This is the love story that has been coming for you since the beginning. The God who walked with us in the garden in the cool of the evening, before the fall shattered our closeness with him, is the God who came after his people in the pillar of cloud of fire, because he couldn't bear to let his people wander alone. He is the God who came to grieving Job as a whirlwind, a tornado, a hurricane, who covenanted to Abraham as a smoking furnace, who wildly pitched his tent with the Holy of Holies, so somehow, in all his holy Shekinah glory, he could get close enough again to live amid his people. He is the God who is so for us that he can't stay away from us. The God who loves us and likes us, and isn't merely 50% or 72.3% for us, but the God who is always, unequivocally, 100% for us. The God who so likes us, the God who is so for us, that he is the God who chooses to be with us. He disarms himself of heaven so that you can take him in arms on earth. He came as a baby because he's done with the barriers. He comes vulnerable because he knows the only way to intimacy with you is through vulnerability with you. You can't get to intimacy except through the door of vulnerability. So God throws open the door of this world and enters as a baby, as the most vulnerable imaginable, because he wants unimaginable intimacy with you. What religion ever had a God that wanted such intimacy with us, that he came with such vulnerability to us? What God ever came so tender we could touch him, so fragile that we could break him, so vulnerable that his bare beating heart could be hurt? Only the one who loves you to death. Only the God who had to come back to get you. Only the God who would risk vulnerability, pay the price for your iniquity, because he wanted nothing less than intimacy. It cost him everything to be with you. Who will spend a fraction of time just to be with him? Who wants the gift of his presence? Christmas is about God's doing whatever it takes to be with us, and our doing whatever it takes to be with him. He climbed down from the throne in heaven to get to you. Climb over the throes of Christmas to get to him. There are candles to be lit. There is space to be made. The stars are moving nearer now. John Wesley died with the words, "The best of all is God with us," on his tongue. They could be in our hearts. They could be the ever beat of our drum, like the ringing of a hammer, like the thrum of love coming close. Whew.
I really like the image of like God coming like in the form of a baby and like just like coming after us. You know what I mean? Like he like she says climbed down from heaven into Mary's womb and then like just to be with us and to die for us again. Or not again, but to die for us. You know what I mean? Like that is such an incredible image if you think about it. And I don't think I've ever thought about it that way. And that's why I really liked this one because I was like, he literally did. That's literally what he did. He just came down from heaven to be here on
Yeah.
earth, to show up as man, and to make himself real.
Yeah. And not even to do anything crazy for 30 years.
Right.
Yeah.
30 years. Like
that's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah,
Barely,
and like it was in his perfect timing, just like he says, like in his time with Mary and Joseph, like the time was right. Like I don't, it's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, why did you just think that the time was right to come down from heaven?
Right.
And
but then to grow up as a kid.
Yeah.
With us, like with humanity.
Yeah.
There's a song by Hillsong called Seasons. It's really good, but one of the lines in it is, "You could have saved us in a second, but instead you sent a child."
Right.
And like it takes years for a kid to grow up.
Right.
And so why was it the right time for Jesus to be born then
and
then to grow up all that time? I don't know. It's just so interesting to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked this this interpretation of it. Like that's what he came here for. Like he came here to be intimate. And like the description of like being the most vulnerable as a baby and as a child.
Yeah.
Like cuz that's how it is. I don't know.
Yeah, and can you imagine like a baby is so fragile. Like God trusted Mary and Joseph with his literal child. What if something had happened to that baby?
I don't know. Like, why do people trust me with a baby? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know.
It's crazy. It always amazes me how much confidence God seems to have in people, even though they let him down over and over.
Yeah.
It's wild to me.
I agree on that.
Yeah. So I think this is really cool. I really like how it talks about God who can't stay away. Like, he just wants to be close to his people.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, as we move towards Christmas, into Christmas, even though it can be crazy and it can be stressful and overwhelming at times, and all the details that come along with it, just to rediscover the heart of God wanting to be with us. One of the questions it has at the end of the chapter is, how does your perspective change on the hurry and the worry when you remember that God is with you? And I would add, not only with you, but for you.
Right. That's such a good question. I think that oftentimes we get so busy in the hurry and the worry that we do forget that he's with us. So, like, I oftentimes need a perspective change. You know what I mean? And I think that this offers a beautiful picture of what it looks like for God to be with us. like to come down and be with us.
Mm-hmm. And really go to great lengths.
Right.
That, I mean, practically it doesn't seem like he needed to,
Right.
but he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy. What does it mean to you that God came in the form of an infant with human skin?
That's crazy to think about.
I don't know. Earlier, remember it says he put himself in amniotic fluid.
Oh
Isn't that
gosh,
what it said?
that's the
Like,
part I was like, Beth, I can't read that with a straight face. Can't say
but
amniotic
it's
fluid
just
and
like,
not.
think about it. Like,
Yeah.
why, as a God,
Mm-hmm.
as God,
Yeah.
do you want to put yourself through these? Like,
Right. Or why not just have him like show up as an already grown up figure and
yeah,
like
just in the middle. Like, you could have just popped down.
just poof, there he is.
Instead, he's an infant with human skin, and I like how she puts there, and the other thing, like he comes in the most intimate and fragile form
Mm-hmm.
as a baby.
Yeah. Who
So
can be affected. Like he could be hurt by people. He could
yeah,
be hurt by his parents. He could be hurt by, I think he
hmm
had siblings, so he could be hurt
right,
by them. Like it is the most vulnerable position to put yourself in
yeah,
because you can't guarantee that you're going to be safe.
right,
Yeah.
crazy.
So maybe it's like
I have
God saying
so
that he
many
cares more
questions.
about us than his own safety. Like he put himself on the line so many times for us, knowing
Yeah,
that we could break his heart or, you know, hurt him, which happened many times.
yeah. So this goes right along with it saying that God is reckless, like, but he's reckless in his pursuit of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy to me. Like, why me? Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So persistent, even when like
Yeah,
we might never pay attention.
exactly.
And he'll still pursue with the same amount of effort. So hopefully that's something that we can all bring into the Christmas season, just an awareness of, wow, like God actually became human for
Mhm.
us
Mhm.
and actually still wants to be close to us so much that nothing that we see as broken in our lives can stop him from being close.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's our little Christmas devotion for you guys. And in true how did we get here fashion, we're going to rise up from the depths of this discussion and do really the most important thing we could do at this time, which is a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes.
So we have 2 different BuzzFeed quizzes. I love things like this. I think they're so fun. So we've each selected a quiz for each other, more
This is
or
going to be
less.
great.
And we're just going to answer the questions and see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to find out which Christmas song Beth is.
Perfect.
Which is so ironic to me because Beth hates Christmas songs.
Absolutely hate it.
She was at a Christmas sing-along at her kid's school a couple weeks ago, hating her life.
Yeah, my kids love Christmas music, and they've just been singing it, shouting it in my ears.
Yeah,
so.
I've never heard Feliz Navidad so many times. And I don't even live with your kids.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, first question. When does your Christmas tree go up? First week of December, day after Thanksgiving, the week before Christmas, July, whenever I feel like it, or some years I don't even put it up.
Generally sometime in November. So after Thanksgiving is what we shoot for.
Okay, so day after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. What's the best holiday drink? Eggnog, peppermint hot chocolate, apple cider, or ew, holiday drinks?
I mean, out of that list, apple cider.
Okay, whatever. Okay, what's your favorite holiday activity? There are many, many listed.
Okay, great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Perfect.
Sledding, putting up Christmas lights, spending time with family, Christmas shopping, singing along to Christmas songs. There it is. Watching Christmas movies, baking holiday cookies, or waiting for summer to come back.
Okay, wait, what was the one before holiday cookies?
Watching Christmas movies.
Yes, that one.
Okay. What are your favorite Christmas colors? How odd. What an odd thing to say. Red and green, red and gold, green and gold, red and white. All of them or Christmas colors? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Green and gold.
Okay. Yeah, good choice. And finally, which Christmas sweater are you buying? It has images for this one. We have Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. We have a penguin, birthday boy with a picture of Jesus, a deer, a cat, and some trees.
I mean, I would probably pick the birthday boy one, but like logically, like if I wanted to wear it more, I'd probably pick that one.
Which Christmas sweater are you buying, Beth? This is a very important question.
Let's go with the green and white one.
Okay. That's a cute one. All right, Beth, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You are the song All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That song is so annoying.
Which is probably the worst, most overrated Christmas song. Let me read the description. Christmas is the time of year when you're the happiest. Is this true?
Yeah, generally.
You, the love presents. This is literally what it says. The music and the joy. When the first sign of snow appears, you're already outside making snow angels.
Yes, I love snow.
Wow. I'm so... BuzzFeed, thank you.
Oh, Kelsey's quiz is going to be... this quiz will tell you which Christmas movie character you're most like. Good luck, good. It says.
I always look to BuzzFeed for my identity, so this is perfect.
Yes. First things first. What's your Christmas tree looking like? Does it have colorful lights? Is there a Christmas tree at all?
Of course.
Something a little more unique?
No.
You haven't decorated it yet? Or a little messy? Or mostly decorations from my childhood?
Oh, absolutely. Decorations from my childhood. Is that an option?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
What is your favorite thing about Christmas? Everything, all of it. I love it. Enjoying all the gifts and food by myself.
What?
When the clock strikes midnight and it's finally over. I love creating new traditions with everyone. The romance of it all. Or, I'm not too sure, it doesn't feel the way it did when I was younger.
That's a really sad one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn between that one and the magic, the romance of it all.
The romance of it all.
Let's go with the romance of it all, although I do feel like it is different than when I was a kid.
Okay. How do you spend Christmas Day? Purposefully annoying my relatives, trying to do everything at once. I prefer to be enjoying my own company, away from all the fuss. I like to encourage my family to do something different every Christmas. I need a change of scenery, or trying to include everyone in the festivities.
Probably trying to include everyone.
Okay. What food are you tucking into on Christmas morning?
Tucking into?
That's what it says. What food are you tucking into on Christmas morning?
Oh, BuzzFeed.
Porridge? Anything sweet?
I'm going to tuck into some porridge on Christmas morning. God bless us, everyone.
Anything sweet? Breakfast spaghetti, perhaps.
What?
From Elf.
Oh, yeah.
Leftovers? I'll wait for Christmas dinner.
Is there no cinnamon roll option?
Smoked salmon, cream cheese bagel. Poo hash, of course.
Disgusting.
Yep.
Anything sweet.
Do you like sweet things for breakfast?
Not generally, but on Christmas, yeah.
Okay. Imagine you're responsible for serving Christmas dinner. How do you split the food?
Would I be splitting it, or would people be serving themselves?
Everyone gets loads and loads. Everyone can have some as long as I get the best bits. Who cares about tradition? I think we should eat whatever we want. I'll be eating alone. No one gets left out. Everyone gets what they want. I haven't even had a chance to think about Christmas dinner yet.
Yeah, that one, dude.
Okay.
Or the do away with tradition one because of lasagna. One? Everyone should just eat what they want.
Okay, great. What do your presents look like? Black and sleek. Sorry, I already opened all the gifts. I don't usually buy gifts. Neatly wrapped with perfect bows. Traditional or pink and sparkly?
Neatly wrapped with perfect bows, of course. As a former chocolate shop employee,
right?
I could do nothing less.
What are you watching on TV?
Nothing, because we have
you
no
the
Wi-Fi.
Options in a second. Whatever Christmas movie is on. I want something action-packed. I'm too busy to watch TV. The news, maybe. A good teary-eyed rom-com. A musical.
Oh. I mean, if it's an option, probably a musical.
Okay.
Not that I would ever specifically watch a musical on Christmas. I don't have time for that. But
Who are you celebrating with? All my loved ones, myself and my pet, alone, everyone and anyone, on my own with a couple new friends, or my entire neighborhood.
All of the above. Probably just family.
Everyone and anyone?
Family, I guess.
All my loved ones.
Yeah, but not all of them, so that's not accurate, but oh well.
Carol singers knock on your door. What's your reaction? So festive! Scare them off. I don't really get it, but I'll let them do their thing. I wouldn't even answer the door. I am usually the one doing the Christmas caroling. I'll probably get emotional and say something awkward.
I would be like, how magical, but then I wouldn't know how to handle it. I'd just be in the doorway like, haha.
So awkward.
Thanks. So awkward.
So you're gonna be the awkward one. It would also be really weird if Christmas carols came to your door.
I've Christmas caroled before.
Yeah, but if they came to your house.
Oh, out on the ranch?
In Timbuktu.
I think I would have so many questions. Like, how did you get out here? How did you know where I live? Why are you here?
Would you take part in your work's Secret Santa?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. I'm going to just put yes. Out of these places, where would you like to spend Christmas? Well, you have to
just choose the one that looks the most like not the city. Just choose the mountain.
You're up there at top.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, what's your favorite Christmas film? How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Muppet Christmas Carol, Elf, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Holiday, which we're about to watch.
We're about to watch it.
I don't watch Christmas movies.
Oh, I thought you were saying that as you. I was like, Beth, don't lie. You've just told
What's
the people.
What's your favorite?
Probably of those options, Elf.
Elf, yeah, good idea. Is Christmas a time for romance?
Yes. And carolers, obviously.
If that's what it takes to spread Christmas cheer, then absolutely. I've never really thought about it. Not for me. Yuck. Christmas is perfect for all types of love.
All types?
That's what it says. Spending Christmas getting over a heartbreak.
No, that's not true this year.
All types of love.
Sure.
I don't know why I have to say it so creepily. Finally!
Ah!
How excited are you for Christmas? So excited? 50-50. Don't care for Christmas. Everyone is always way too merry. I used to be way more excited. And there's one other option, but it says to retry.
Oh, nice. I would say this is sad. Yeah. No.
Oh.
I used to be more excited. I am excited. But I also used to be more excited. We're going to throw a downer in there, so maybe it'll tell me I'm Ebenezer Scrooge.
Okay.
So while Beth is going through and re-answering all the questions because BuzzFeed cleared the quiz once again.
Yep.
I would just like to ask all the listeners, which Christmas movie character do you think you are? Which Christmas movie do you relate the most to? Of course, BuzzFeed could also tell you if you have 10 to 15 hours to fill out the quiz.
Okay, Kelsey. Which Christmas movie character do you think you're most like?
Lucy Pevensey.
Okay, dun 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 dun. BuzzFeed says you are Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch.
Great.
The 2000 version, it says.
Very specific.
Yes. You used to love Christmas when you were younger, but now you're older and the magic isn't the same. Maybe you're in need of some festive cheer or making some new memories around the holiday.
All because I answered that one question as I used to be more excited as a child. I had so many magical answers in there.
You are Cindy Lou Who.
Ironically
At least you're
enough,
not the Grinch, okay?
I've never seen that movie, so...
You've never seen The Grinch?
No.
You should watch it. It's
yeah,
kind of cute.
I have plans to this year.
The 2000 version.
Really? The one with Jim Carrey or whoever?
I don't know. Jim Carrey kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Mm. You too could take a BuzzFeed quiz and learn more about yourself and Christmas and
get real frustrated with your cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. So, Beth, should we send them off with a nice carol of Feliz Navidad? Ready?
Feliz Navidad.
Bum 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 bum.
Feliz Navidad.
Bum 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 bum.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. My voice cracked a little bit in there.
That was beautiful. Wow. Everyone's gonna love that.
Merry Christmas, guys!
Merry Christmas!